Welcome back, everybody. We'll show you guys right here, real quick, of what led to this right here. This is the end of a police pursuit. The end of a police pursuit. There's no audio on this live stream from which is Fox News in LA. They have no audio whatsoever on this, but I'm going to show you guys what led to this right here. Happened just about 20, 30 minutes ago. Let me get the other one here. Ooh, I have to put things backwards here. Let's do this. And yeah, there's no audio on the feed. On their feed, they have no audio whatsoever. This is in the Los Angeles, California area. Yes, right here, guys. Put it right here. So there it is. They tried to pull it down here, grapple it, crash right into this brick wall here. This is a Los Angeles appears to be, Yoruba. See real quick. We go back to this here. I'm gonna try to see if we could get I'm pretty sure there'll be streamers out there here shortly. See if we could get some more audio coming from, uh, not some more audio, but an audio coming from a different they're testing out well, not testing out, they have grapplers now where they're able to come behind the vehicle, lock up the tires, and pull the vehicle and stop it. So, it was a failed, grab failed to grab the back of it. So, let's see real quick. So I'm trying to see where Jurupa is at. Might be wrong. Jurupa City in California. Let's see where exactly it's at. Uh, so yeah, this is east from Los Angeles. It's over by this is Riverside County, guys. This is not LA area, Riverside County. Jurupa. So, the driver of the vehicle is still inside the vehicle. At the moment, you have a couple of bird cats out there. You have the what appears to be, it has to be Riverside County Sheriff Department because it's so close to Riverside. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to see if we could find any other streams, maybe from local streamers there. Nothing on TikTok. Let's see real quick right here. Close this one out. Quick. And hide this one real quick. Yes, this is live footage right now. This is Fox News live right now, guys. Fox News, Fox 11 News. They just have no audio on their stream for whatever reason. No audio. I'm trying to see if we can get any other streamers. Let's see real quick. For those of you just tuning in, guys, this is the end of a police pursuit. They tried to grab it with the grappler from behind. Driver lost control, as you guys can see right here, went off the highway onto and through that brick wall there. Driver is still inside the vehicle. It's a standoff. You see, ooh, what we got back over there? Oh, it looks like they got him. They're fist bumping each other. He might have gotten off the vehicle and ran into. I just didn't see no other footage of him. they're fist bumping each other up in the front of the house, so I don't know if they caught him. Uh, let's see right here. Fist bump, fist bump. No, but we still have, deputies back here still hiding behind, the Bearcat. Oh, no, no. That's by the looks of the fist bumps, I thought they got him, but no. They're probably gonna get the people out of their homes and try huh, so, let's see real quick. Let's see. Thank you, Bob. So, let's see, let's update this for you here. And, uh, police. I believe he's still in the car, guys. I saw this pop up on my feed right now, saw that they were live, and ran over here to the room and hit the live button for you guys to see. So, uh, looks like we have deputies inside the home now with the fur missiles, also known as the canine units, are out there. They're see the zoom out. There's plenty of deputies and plenty of local police departments on the side of the street. Looks like it's near a cul-de-sac here. Oh, we have kids on their bikes just minding their own business. But welcome out. Yeah. See, when those deputies came up and they started fist bumping each other, I was like, wait, did they catch him? Were they he ran inside the home or what's going on? But no, they're still out there. Uh, must not believe that he's inside the home. So most likely the way they're standing over there, guys, he my assumption, my speculations is that he's still inside that vehicle. Because if he even attempted to go into the house, they would not be standing like that with their long rifles pointing to the ground. They will long rifles will be up. So, and the way that the deputies are back here standing behind the Bearcats tells me that indicates that he's still inside that vehicle, guys. It's pretty hard hit. Is he injured? Who knows? Uh, is he conscious? Who knows? We have absolutely no audio coming from the Fox News 11, so we can't hear if them maybe local look at the drone. Oh, little robot 5-0 it's out. So the robot will be going over to the vehicle here. Oh, there goes the bird cat getting closer. They're probably gonna try to push the vehicle. Oh, damn. Maybe they're gonna try to see if he responds, maybe if he's conscious or not. Because look at the way that windshield's cracked on the driver's side. Was he wearing a seatbelt? To the right side, on the screen there, you guys could see that the right side of the windshield looks okay, but where the driver's side's all pretty much crushed. I don't know if it was crushed through the impact or maybe he hit himself there. I've done that before in a car crash, guys, where my head hits the windshield and I crack the windshield. So doesn't look like he's responding. So they're trying to get a view from what appears here, guys. They're trying to get a view of the driver. As you guys seen, the deputy tried to climb over the bird cat there and see if he need to grab his reboot card. That's a gamer reference there for those of you guys that don't play any gaming. Reboot cards are when your friend dies in the game and you have to go bring him back to life. You reboot him back into the game. The hood is folded up into the windshield, Heather. Yeah. Brick damage. Yeah. I'm still looking around, guys. Bear with me, see if I could find any other, maybe a local live streamer that might have some audio and some update with what's happening there in Urupa, Jurupa. Never heard of the city. I'm from California, but looking at the map, it's very near Riverside, California. Urupa, Lifeline. No, not seeing nothing, guys. Besides just other streamers restreaming. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get a view, guys. That's what it appears to be. They're trying to get a view of the driver to see if he's conscious, to see. I mean, does he have a pew pew? Do not know. Where's the drone? Good question, Heather. What's the drone? They do have. They're setting up the robot back there, maybe to what? Try to open the door. Who knows? Well, he's not coming out the driver's side, right? There's no way he's opening that door after the Bearcat just pretty much blocked the door. So overall, busy day still with Iran, guys. As we're watching this, looks like Iran has shut down the Strait of Hormuz again over Israel continuing to strike Lebanon. So we'll see where that takes us tomorrow, because part of the agreement of this 15-day ceasefire was that Iran was going to agree to completely open up the strait again. And that got shut down within 24 hours. Uh, Israel was not part of the agreement in between the United States and Iran. So who knows? We have media claiming that there was never a written agreement neither. So, but for those of you just joining right now, guys, this is a standoff. Let me bring back the crash for those of you guys that missed it earlier when you guys were joining here. This is how that vehicle ended up in that wall there. Let's bring this back up. So they tried to use the grappler, grabbed the vehicle from behind, lost control, went straight into the brick wall, and now that led to this right here. Boom, hit pretty hard, guys. So I wish we had sound from Fox News. Looks like they're trying to get a view of through the windshield to see if the driver is conscious, maybe or not, uh, and so forth. But Heather mentioned the drone earlier. I mean, you I'm pretty sure you could. Ooh, I don't know if the airbags are probably blocking. You know how the new vehicles have airbags not only in front of your seats but also on the sides. So I don't know if the airbags might be blocking the view for deputies, or maybe how come they haven't used the patriotic. I have to spell. Uh, yeah, let me see. So who knows? That was a hell of a hit, even if they are alive in there. Yeah, it's pretty. That's a pretty hard hit, guys. Pretty hard hit. Bring it back to you guys. I'm show you guys real quick right there. Boom. That's a very hard hit. You guys think what he probably hit about 50, maybe 60 miles per hour? Oh, crazy. How's the driver supposed to get out there? There's no way on earth I could get out on the passenger side. Maybe it's for, deputy safety. We do not know what started this pursuit. At least I do not know at the moment. Let me see if I get some more information on that for you guys. I was scrolling, keeping up on X when I seen this come across my feed, and then I seen that there were live. This was the end of the pursuit. Dramatic violence. Did they please deploy the grappler? No. Everybody's just reporting on that. It was a failed grappler move. No new video of the pursuit. Aruba. So, let's see. Uh, so I'll bring you guys to this real quick. Let's see. So this is another view. This one has down. So somebody recorded this on the outside of their house right before or near the crash area. They're saying that video was taken before. I this real quick from you guys. Come on, Fox News, give us some sound, sir. Wonder if this is like the backup shopper for them or something. Because their shopper was not too great last night with the camera. I mean, they didn't even zoom this close last night with the police pursuit. There were where it ended up in Orange County. So for those of you just tuning in, guys, this is the end of the police pursuit. Yes, that tent is dark. The Bearcat has pushed up against the brick wall as well, and is blocking now the driver door, so he will not be able to open his driver door if he wants to now. It looks like a very, very hard impact. So we'll see how they're planning. The daytime guy leaves the sound off. Okay. See, I'm not very familiar with this uh at home streaming. They say he allegedly shot at cops before the chase. Okay. So see, this is unconfirmed. Somebody's reporting in the chat here. They say he allegedly. I'm trying to confirm any of that information on X right now. Everybody just seems to be reporting, or anybody who's credible that I follow, it seems to just be reporting that they tried to grapple the vehicle, ended up crashing there. That's all the information everybody's uh releasing at the moment. Yeah, even the local news stations, it chased through the inland empire, came to a dramatic end in Harupa Valley on Wednesday when deputies attempted to deploy the grappler device moments before a major crash. Yeah, yeah, no official reports on anything regarding or allegedly uh, him allegedly shooting at deputies or officers at the moment. Not saying that's not true, but I can't find anybody online who has confirmed that at the moment. Must have been something big because they got 2 bird cats there. Yeah, you're absolutely right, yeah. See, but this leads me to believe, or to question, anytime I've covered many standoffs here locally, anytime that they believe that individual has a weapon, they're like this. But what made me scratch my head right now was that the officers in front of, the house were just fist bumping each other and just standing around with their long rifles pointed to the ground. Usually, when they have a perimeter set up and they believe the suspect subject is armed, everybody's paying attention with the long rifles up and pointed in the direction of where the subject could be coming from, but also the way this perimeter is set up here, they're in crossfire, so maybe that's why their guns. But even that makes no sense because if this deputies behind here have their long rifles pointed up, they do have officers in front of the house that could be in crossfire. Is that tear gas or what are they gonna do? They're gonna try to break his looks like they're gonna deploy maybe tear gas, flashbangs. Something's coming here shortly. They're gonna try to probably bust out his window there. The engine's probably in his lap. Yeah, maybe. Good possibility. All right, still looking around, guys, trying to see if I could find anybody else that might be live there. Looking possible streamers, guys, where we get some audio of what's happening there. Nothing here. Let's go to YouTube. YouTube. Nope, nothing, guys. Looks like the only one out there right now is Fox News. So big shout out to Fox News 11. I don't know if there's some sort of reflection, but I feel there's movement in the driver's side of the window. Okay, maybe I'll pay a little bit attention here. It's so cool to see the man behind the cam. I've been here when you cover chases like this, multiple angles. Awesome. I heard he went in the back seat. Yeah. Mm. I saw the videos. The suspect's still alive. He's slamming into the wall pretty hard. Yeah, that's what I think they're trying to figure out themselves right now. They don't know if I'm assuming they're trying to. They probably did a couple of call outs. Two-time 500s near Riverside, but probably didn't get no response. They've pushed the Bearcat or they rolled the Bearcat up to his driver's door. We have seen deputies make multiple attempts to try to take a peek into the driver side window to see if they could see him. A very dark tinted back window, so that makes it a little bit harder. Here comes that shield for them. So are they gonna try to go up to the driver, maybe the passenger? See that big human shield there? They might be pushing that up to the driver's seat. Or maybe get close enough to bust the back window open so they could throw that tear gas in there, the canister. Who knows? The other white car was there already. The one to the left of the Bearcat. So maybe this deputy that has the human shield now is going to maybe push up. Maybe I don't know. Speculating now, might be pushing up to the back windshield and see if he's able to break it. And shoot out the windows with beanbags and expose this clown, right? Get very dangerous, yeah. Especially if he was known to have a weapon on him, or rumors. Somebody in here was saying that he probably shot at other officers. None of that has been confirmed. It's just what people have been typing in the chat here. While that's happening, guys, I started off a raffle yesterday to try to raise funds to purchase me a Starlink backpack. So whenever I'm out boots on the ground, I'll be able to.
90 minutes later,
Oh,
deputies have not tried to reach the driver
there we
yet.
go.
Sky Fox live over the area of Belgrave Avenue and Avenida del Ranchos, where there are now 2 Bearcats. So you're looking here at a live shot right now from Sky Fox. You see the one Bearcat to the right has
That
been there for
scared
a
me.
while. They brought in that second one,
Super loud in my
blocking
ear.
that driver's side there, and it's quite a crash there. You see multiple deputy units in a standoff with that driver. Okay, over here to the right, that's the grappler vehicle
I'll
right
get
there.
back
Look at the
to
front
the
of
raffle
that.
right now.
If
One
you're
second.
not familiar with that technique, we've covered it here on Fox 11. And what it does, it kind of grabs the car during a pursuit to bring it to a halt. Right here, it's supposed to grab the car, bring that pursuit to a slow and a halt. But the driver keeps going. And watch here, it's going to cross a bunch of lanes there. When they try that again, there you go, loses control, crossing those lanes into that wall. We have people on the who watched the video and said that there was somebody in the yard who went running, and a dog too. So luckily for the people who live there or who were in that yard, it appears nobody hurt there, but that wall, look at the damage there to that wall and to that car. Now, what's happening there on the ground, we are not sure, because it's been a standoff for a while with those Bearcats, very intimidating. We can't tell from the shot that we're bringing you whether there's, say, an ambulance nearby or medical personnel, because right now, you can imagine with law enforcement, they're not letting
So they have a
anybody get
ground
close. This
person
is our
now.
ground shot right here. Our photographer right there
There we
on the
go.
scene. Look at the damage. Look
It's
at the
so
vehicle.
dark
Can't
tinted
tell
windows,
if there's any
guys.
communication
The
with law
drone's
enforcement,
up there. You
if
guys
there's
can
any
see the drone
movement
there.
in the
They
car,
just
if there's
can't
any
see.
passenger.
The windshield
So, okay,
shattered. You
wow,
can't see
modern
through.
technology right there. You're
But
watching
there's
that
makes a
drone
lot
getting
more
a
sense
very
here, guys.
close
Makes a
look
lot more
there,
sense. They
something the
can't
deputies
see nothing.
can't do without
That's
putting
almost
their
like
lives at
midnight,
risk, their safety at
2.5.
risk.
As
We
dark
don't
as you
know
could
if there's
get
been any
when it comes
movement
to the tent.
in that car,
There you guys go.
if law enforcement feels that they can communicate with this person
Starling
or
backpack,
not.
$800.
They
I'll show
probably
you guys
want
the
to make
knife
sure
right now.
everybody's going to be safe when they do have to
Ooh.
approach that car. Look at it. It
They
landed right
landed
there
the
on the
drone
vehicle.
right in front of the windshield,
Modern
guys.
technology right
Maybe to
there.
try to
And
see
again,
if
you
they could
have
get a
those
view.
deputies
So that's
in
why
those Bearcats, highly equipped there. Their weapons are drawn. So obviously, there is a concern there about this driver, why this driver wouldn't stop. Now, it was a long pursuit in that we were watching it as a standoff earlier at, I don't know if it was a street sign or street light, but the car had stopped law enforcement, they were out of their vehicles, guns drawn, and then the car takes off. So right there, you see that deputy on the top of the Bearcat can have eyes and ears on the vehicle, but what that deputy can see, given all that damage, we're not sure. Look at the drone, though. Boy, that's a close-up view. Now, with that shattered glass, how much of that view is obstructed? I'm guessing the airbags probably went off in a situation like that. You have all of that damage. Again, the one thing we don't know is the why. Why was law enforcement chasing this vehicle here? So we're looking at it from the air. Sky Fox right there. Again, our crews are there on the ground.
I'm gonna lower down real quick,
okay,
guys.
is that deputy?
I've mentioned the knives.
Getting some added, anyway, communication there.
Oh, there
between
goes
some
there goes
officers
that
right
bean
there.
bags or that rubber 40 millimeter. Yep,
Sometimes
rubber
they
gonna
will
try to
use
break out that
certain
window with that rubber
tools to
bullet.
try
That's
to
a
get the
40
standoff
mm
to come to
rubber
an end,
bullet
whether
that they're about
shoot
to
out
load
the
up
window
into
with,
that.
non-lethal weapons. They'll shoot the glass out. They'll send in smoke bombs, so to speak. I'm wondering if they're trying to ready something like that, a projectile of some sort. Perhaps that indicates to them the person is moving and can get out of the vehicle on that passenger side for sure.
So this is a knife,
Obviously, off
guys.
the
I was
driver's
talking
side,
about
it's
the
blocked
raffle.
in.
$5
But it
per
looks to me
entry.
that
You
if
can
they're going
enter as
to
many
fire
times as you
something into
want.
that car, like
They're
a
all
smoke
patriotic
grenade kind of thing,
knives. The
to
Batman
smoke
with
that
the
driver
U.S.
out,
flag, the
then they must
250,
feel
the
that there's
Don't
some
Tread on Me, the
movement there,
250
that
Years of
that person
Freedom,
is
Don't Tread on
capable
Me.
of moving. We
So
just don't know.
you
Obviously,
guys are willing
deputies
to
keeping
hop
their
out and support
distance.
the stream.
Time is
All
on
that
their
funding that's
side.
be raised is
They
to
don't have to
purchase
make a move unless they
uh,
feel that they're
about
ready. Again,
$150
look at the
worth of
wall
knives
there.
there.
I'm,
Plus,
I'm guessing that's a home. Maybe it's a
I'm gonna
business, not
throw
sure.
in
But somebody was in
a
that yard
autograph, the
with their
first
dog, and they went
autograph
running when this
IRT
crash was
Media
happening.
T-shirt.
So thank goodness nobody there on the ground was
Throw
hit
that
or
in
hurt.
there as
Notice, though,
well.
that
That's
deputy
to raise
does
funds
not have
once
his
again
weapon
to
drawn
try
anymore.
to get me
So I
to the
don't
funds
know
to
if that
raise a
means that they
Starlink
have added
backpack
information that things
where
are more
I could
safe
walk around
for
with
them, that they can
Starlink on my back
stand down,
and bring you
so to
guys
speak,
live coverage
with their weapons.
wherever
You're
we
looking
go.
at a ground shot from
No
our
more
crews who are
buffering
right there in
in the
Herpa
middle.
Valley
No more
watching all
buffering,
of
and we have
this.
so many people all using cell service.
Not sure
We'll be
again
bringing you
if there's
guys
just
clear
one
footage.
person in that vehicle, but we've seen absolutely zero movement. We've been watching this since about
They do not
3:20,
know,
give or
guys.
take.
We just heard it
It's
from
now
Fox News once again,
5:05.
right
All
there,
right.
that they do not know what this guy's wanted for. Ooh, we just lost their feed. There it is. Back. And you guys go enter through any of the links. You have the sell. Our links are up there. Sell, Venmo, PayPal, uh, Gifts and Go, buy me a coffee. Just no super chats, guys, because the super chats I won't get them until about what's today. Anything that comes in for the rest of April, pay YouTube won't pay it out until of May 21st of next month, 20 to 21st. Just make sure when you guys send it in, you guys type in there and hit raffle. They need a starting backpack. Well, yeah, I mean, technology is advancing, guys. It'll be so awesome where I could uh just put on the. I mean, it's probably not that light, but who cares? Put the backpack on and walk with it, and we have to walk. Is it like Life View? Yes, like Life View, but a lot better. Life View uses SIM cards, and the one I purchased, the one I have, cost me $1,500, and the service was like $400 a month, and it only came with 3 SIM cards. So it did no good when you had ABC, NBC with their Live View, which costs about $20,000 to $30,000, and they have there it comes, boom, just busted right there, guys. I'll get back to what I was saying right now. They hit it with the first rubber bullet there. They're gonna load up another one. It's okay, Heather. I'll put it for you for the raffle there. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining, Heather. Those knives will make perfect Father's Day's gift, guys. There goes the second one. We're seeing the second rubber bullet being shot through there. I got hit with one of the rubber bullets last June, guys. June of 2025 in the LA riots on all. The protests that turned into riots, I got hit by one of those. It does not feel good. When's the raffle end, Trina? Probably in 3 weeks from now. I'm gonna run there, try to raise the money, guys. I'm gonna keep all that funds through the links and see if we could raise the $800 to purchase the backpack. But I was saying those knives make perfect Father's Day gifts, guys. You get 6 of them. You give them all to one person, whether it be your husband, whether it be your kids, or you could split them up into 6 different gifts. And then you could keep the autograph T-shirt for yourself. That's not a beanbag. Those were the 40 brick. Those were the 40 mm uh bullets, rubber bullets. Uh, they're gonna try to. They're probably gonna try to break the rest of the windshield with that little long stick there, or maybe put. Yeah, let's see. Here it comes. Boom. There it goes. Boom. Oh, gone. That was easy. So now, the tear gas canisters coming next. Yep. Tear gas incoming. Pepper balls, maybe. It'd probably be easier if they just start shooting pepper balls for the deputies there because none of the deputies have any gas mask on, and we do not know where the wind's blowing right now. So if they end up with some tear gas in there and the tear gas is gonna start coming out from the back of the window, who knows where that tear gas is going to be blowing to? So maybe flashbang first. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jerry. I think the drone got stuck. Or maybe the drone has a view now of inside the vehicle. It might not be stuck. It might be left there on purpose to um, see what's happening. They might have a view of inside the vehicle. This is near Riverside, California, guys. Jorupa Valley. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not, but maybe Pepper Boss gonna start coming first. Oh, yep. No, they have this deputy up here on the second bird cat to the right just placed 2 canisters. Do not know if it's tear gas canisters, maybe a flashbang, but there's 2 canisters on the side of the bird cat now. So things about to get a little spicy here. I wish we had the audio back with knees are pinned. You guys think the knees are pinned? That's a big possibility. That engine got pushed back pretty hard. So he might be pinned in there. Who knows? You have time to make the air spicy. So we have that's a lethal one. Is that is there movement in the back of that seat, or am I seeing things? I thought I seen something move in the back seat. I know somebody made a comment earlier regarding that he possibly jumped to the back seats. So who knows? What about if he can't get out? It's a good question as well. What about if he can't get out? Not much leg room in the front anymore. No. Like, oh no, he's stuck. Who knows, guys? To be honest, who knows? I thought I seen a little bit of movement. Might have been just my eyes. I saw the same thing you did, Joe. Okay. say, let me fix the caption here. That should say, Valley, Europa Valley, California. So what? Uh, the gas mask. Okay, tear gas is coming, guys. They're they're masking up now. Kind of figure. Gas masks are coming. So tear gas incoming. So if he's stuck in there, guys, in the tear gas, it's gonna make kind of hard for him to. I guess you play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? Should have just stopped when the officer said stop. No, but he didn't put the gas mask on. Are they seeing movement now? That's why they stopped what they were doing and they got their long rifles and started pointing them back at the vehicle. Hmm. Interesting. 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 Oh, Roberta. Sorry to hear that. Are those silencers in front of that uh rifle? I thought SWAT. There is a
I think
drone.
that maybe there is some movement
Oh, there we go.
with the driver, that they're watching the driver's actions. If they're going to shoot something else into the vehicle, they can see the driver reacting. But if you're thinking the driver is capable of getting out, for a lot of deputies there on the scene. A reminder, this was a failure to yield in Harupa Valley. And right now, a lengthy standoff with a lot of manpower, a lot of equipment, a lot of tax dollar expense there. And again, this appears to be a home that wall crashed into. And I'm thinking when it happened,
Oh,
thank
they're
God
loading
there was
up
nobody
a tear
walking
gas
down the
canister
street,
in that long
or
stick,
that
guys.
no pedestrian was
So
hit, or
that
no other
long
motorist,
stick
because
they
that
have,
car
right,
crossed the other
they're
lanes
loading
in the
up a tear
opposite
gas
direction,
canister where it
crossing,
looks like
cars oncoming
they're gonna be dropping
into the wall.
that tear
And
gas
luckily there was no
canister
car
with
at
that
that time, because
long
just moments
metal
before
stick.
there were vehicles passing by. So as we're watching here, it looks like deputies are preparing to take some other kind of action here to bring
So
this
they
to a
have to
close.
see
You
him
know, they've
moving
got a lot of
around
daylight still,
for
so time
them
is
to pick
still
up
on
and
their
drop,
side.
their,
Light
rifle.
is going to be,
Here
visibility is
comes
going to be very
tear
good
gas
for
mask. Oh, the
probably
gas
what, at
mask?
least 2 hours, give or take. Not sure when sundown is anymore right now, but it's well after 5. So again, that's another tool right there that they were using to bust the glass there, which gives them greater visibility. Okay, they're getting out the mask there for their perhaps own protection if they're going to shoot some kind of projectile that would be an irritant to the eyes, to the nose, a pepper spray of some sort. An irritant that would, if you're trapped in that vehicle or you're sitting in that vehicle, you would want to get out of that vehicle
That
right
money
away
is
because
coming
of
back. I
that
can have
irritant.
those very expensive
So it seems
5G.
to me, if
They
that's
pay
what's
like
going to happen,
thousands of
then
dollars
they
per month to
are
keep 'em.
pretty sure that person is capable of exiting the vehicle, as in they've seen with that drone, which is sitting on the windshield still.
So we're probably gonna
They've
witness
seen with
here,
that drone
we're gonna have
that
2
person
deputies, 3
is
deputies stay
moving
with
and
the
not
vehicle
indicating,
as they
hey, I
drop the
can't
tear
move,
gas
hey, I
canister.
can't walk, hey, I'm
Ballistic
trapped. So
helmets
you wonder
coming
if there's
on
some
as
kind of
well.
communication
There we
there
go. We have the
that
other all the
signifies to
deputies
the
are
officers
gas
that this person,
putting
if
on their
they want to
gas
get out of the
mask.
car,
So we're about
they
to see
can.
a
What's it going to
spicy
take?
sky or a spicy area
In
here
this day and
shortly.
age, you don't have to send in a dog threatening the
So
dog's
there
life. You
comes
can
that
use
first tear gas
things like
canister.
that tool there to
I wonder
bash
if
out
that
windows, to
tool
get
has a
more
device
visibility,
or a
to send
trigger
in
where
any
you just
kind of pepper spray
pull the
or
trigger,
chemical.
it
I'm not sure what they use there,
activates
Riverside
the tear
County, so I
gas
don't want to say
canister and just
specifically, but
drops it with
it looks
another,
like they're going to insert something perhaps
or maybe
into the vehicle, or I don't know if that's more to break glass. We'll see. We'll see. Let's watch the actions here. But look at the deputy there. He's got that mask on to protect himself from any kind of residual or
Yeah.
any kind of
Tear gas is
chemical
coming,
irritant that
that's
would
why
blow
they
their
masked
way
up.
or come back
It's not
onto them.
no
So
flashbang,
they're
come on.
taking their own precautions there. Looks like this deputy either is going to take the action there with the irritant, or
Oh,
is going to
yep,
be
we have
in
movement.
the wind.
You guys
Wait,
seen
okay, is
that?
there
Oh,
movement there?
yep,
Something?
movement.
Oh, wow. Okay,
He
there's
is in the
movement there
back
in the
seat.
car. So
He
that
is in the
person
back
is
seat, guys, so
grabbing something
makes sense why
from the
those
back of the
deputies decided
car.
to drop whatever they
Not
were
sure what it
doing
is they're grabbing.
and, pick up their
Not sure if
long
they're trying to
rifles.
indicate they'll make some move. They're
So,
gonna
I'm gonna lower
cooperate
her
in any
down a little bit,
fashion.
that way we've been
But
talking
that was
over
the
each other.
first movement I've seen in this entire standoff where you saw some movement from inside the vehicle. Now, it's not easy to reach back. It's a fairly decent sized car. My colleague informs me it's a Cadillac CT5. So to reach back and be able to pull
So,
something
I wasn't seeing things. I thought I
from
seen
the
a little
back
bit of
there
movement earlier in the
indicates
back
that
seat.
person has a little bit of mobility.
Yeah, me too.
Again, we are guessing that there's one person in the car.
There we
Have
go.
not heard.
Okay.
Obviously, the pursuit earlier today, there were two people
So,
in the car.
let's see the way,
In that
this
pursuit,
tool
one
they're about to
person
use
died,
works.
another arrested.
It has
That
a
was a
holder for the
standoff
canister.
and shootout with
Maybe they have a little
police
trigger where they
there,
just pull,
LAPD.
uh,
So you're here now
noise
in Riverside County,
canister,
and you're
another
watching
button where
really
they could release it, just
technology at
drop it
play
up
here
in
with
there.
those
Who
Bearcats
knows?
and the ability to not
But
have
we
an
do have
officer have
2
to go
deputies down
in
here, one to the
and
left and one to
approach
the right,
that vehicle.
pointing straight
Again,
into
we've
the
been
back of
dealing
that
with this
windshield,
pursuit
broke the
here in
windshield, now
Jurupa
back of the
Valley for
vehicle.
2 hours now. Not the
Probably have a
standoff
very
necessarily
clear
for 2
view
hours, but this all
of
began
him. You have one of the deputies
3:20
right there
p.m.
hiding behind
here
that
in Southern
shield.
California. We do know that lots of people watch us from around the country and elsewhere. Yes, another pursuit ending here.
Here we go,
in
guys.
Southern
We're about to
California.
see
The box shot you
this
see there
drop
is
in
our
there.
crew
Let's
on
see
the
how it
ground.
works.
Okay, some movement there, right there. Some movement
Yep,
there.
yep.
That deputy
He pulled,
there
you see how he
is
pulled
maybe
that?
clear.
And
Okay,
he
yeah,
pulled
some
the
kind
pin
of
from the canister to deploy
irritant
it.
there. Gas of some sort, perhaps.
So now we see that the
Trying to
wind's
smoke
blowing
out that
straight
driver.
back.
Okay, but look how it blows back out of the
Pretty
vehicle.
cool too. I've never
if
seen
you
that.
are that
Cool.
deputy
I don't know
up
if you guys
there
seen
with
it
that
where
stick,
he just pulled
it
something
can go right
and
at
it
you.
pulled
See
the
him
pin right
holding
off.
that gas mask against his face
Cool.
to protect from the irritant. But you can see how irritating that would be if it's coming at you. It is blowing back towards the deputy, so you have to wonder how much is going inside the car and for how long that person with no gas mask can withstand this. All right, Tim Lynn, our police specialist, bring us up to date here with this immediate scene right here with what that deputy has inserted into that vehicle and how it works.
It's a gas canister that is on the end of that pole that emits the tear gas, which is basically a very fine powder. You can see it's completely filled the interior of that car. If you look at the windshield, it's completely white. So
okay.
It is getting a good saturation inside that car. So if the driver decides to stick with it, he's going to have to overcome that, as well as he's blocked from the left to get out. So he's going to have to come out that right-hand door. So they've kind of, well, looks like he might be or just moving stuff out of the way. It's just a matter of now giving him the incentive to get out, because staying in there with that much gas is very difficult. I have seen in the past where they've used 2 to 3 different canisters into the car to get somebody out, and they stick with it. And I don't know how they do it, because I've been through the gas train where they put you in a building and set one of those off, and the first thing you want to do is get out. So how a person can be able to handle that is beyond me. But they do. Suspects have a strong will at times not to give up, and when they do things like this. But the reason they put it on the end of a pole like that is to control it so it doesn't get inside and cause a problem once it gets in on the interior. So they can hold it there, let it disperse, not come out, put another canister in if needed, and put in a second canister if this person doesn't give up. But for some reason, they're not advancing on this car with shields and things of that sort. I have not heard what the actual initial want was on this vehicle.
Well, nobody knows what they want.
Obviously, with the SWAT being called out and the speed at which the SWAT team is working here, very, very slowly, very methodically, bringing in equipment, getting in position, making sure everything is in their advantage coming up on this vehicle. So they must have some information that really gives them pause to be able to approach this car because they're not exposing themselves whatsoever to the person inside this car.
So, Tim, as we're looking at this here, we saw that the tear gas was blowing back, even back on towards the deputy who inserted it into the vehicle. But you're pretty convinced that enough would go into the vehicle that would cause a problem for the average person?
Oh, yes. I mean,
Okay.
you looked at it
Tear
there, as I
gas sucks,
explained
guys.
it
I've taken
showed
tear gas
the
before.
windshield was completely
Last
winded
time I took
out.
tear
That's
gas
that
was
white
3 months ago
powder.
in Minneapolis,
It's not actually
Minnesota.
gas. It's a
When I took my gas
microfine
mask,
powder
it was
that
so
is
fogged up. I
dispersed by
cleaned it,
smoke.
and
And the
tear gas
smoke is in
got
the
deployed.
canister. It
Sucked.
burns.
You
That
want to
smoke
run.
then carries that microfine powder out, and that's what the irritant is carried by. And when you saw the front windshield of that car, you saw it turn completely white. That indicates to me they're getting good saturation in there. So now what they'll do, it looks like, is they're going to wait and see if the driver now wants to give up, because the powder or the irritant isn't gone. Just because the smoke is gone, that car is completely filled with that microfine powder. So anything in there is now contaminated. The hands, the face, the hair, the clothing, anytime he moves or that driver moves, going to get another dose. So it doesn't go away just because the smoke isn't visible. So yeah, it's just they're trying to see what will happen now once they put in that first canister. And as you were talking, I'm sure negotiations are going on with the PA system
Most
or
likely.
verbally from the officer hanging out of the hatch on the top of the armored vehicle. So, you know, they have to take their time, and they've decided to run this in a very methodical way.
Oh, no. Come back. Come back. We lost you. We lost you. They're, they're, they're blacked out, guys.
As being more.
So you have this
we
driver
go.
who's crashed into the wall, perhaps
They
injured.
need the
but
Starlink backpack,
I'm
guys.
wondering, do deputies with the drone that's sitting on that driver's side windshield, do they have enough information to feel this person is mobile enough to get out of the passenger side?
Yeah, that's what they have. I can't predict what they can see and what they're watching. And the drone has a fully capable camera on it that could be pan, tilt, zoomed in, pulled out, even infrared for some of them, to where they can look at the inside of that car. But the infrared would be pretty tough looking through the windshield, because that blocks the heat. But with the camera, they can look in, check things out, and they could probably tell the condition of that driver, that he's not pinned by the steering wheel. The crash was significant to the damage to the front of that car and pushed that hood all the way back. But luckily, I'm going to say luckily, it hit the cinder block wall, which they give up pretty easily when you hit them. They do a lot of damage, but they're not shoving a lot of mechanics back into the car. The engine isn't, there's not enough resistance.
This guy
there
has
push
to be
that engine
drunk.
that far
One,
back, and it does
drunk.
look spectacular,
Two,
and the hood crumples and everything. It's
high
what
on
it's designed
crystal
to
meth.
do. But
3,
that
high
passenger
on
compartment
fentanyl or
usually is
something. Well,
pretty
not,
well
not
protected at
fentanyl.
that point.
He was able
So,
to drive that
but
far.
you have the impact, you have the speed that
Most
he hit,
likely,
and watching the
this is a
video
meth
over and
trip
over and over again,
situation
watching
here.
how it
To
just
be
made
able to sit in that vehicle
veering left
and
turn
take
and
all
right
that
into the
tear
wall.
gas,
Not really sure what was going
no
on there.
bueno.
Possibly that grapple got a hold of that left rear wheel and locked it up, but it didn't. Strap did not grab onto.
So
Once
this
you
is
watch the video,
this is
he
what
comes
led up
up, he
Grappler.
attempts one try,
Grappler
backs
missed
off,
the first
and then as
time.
it comes
Tries
up
to
to
go
it,
back up there and grab
on
him
the second
again.
try, it looks like what happens here is a little contact. You see the smoke come off that left rear tire. Possibly a part of that grappling net got a hold of that left rear tire, locked it up, because you see a skid mark. If you watch here, you'll see a skid mark come off of it. And as normally these tires on these new cars, or brakes on these new cars, will not lock up because of the ABS. So as it comes in, you see the smoke, you see a little bit of a skid mark, and then boom, right on into the fence. So they're going to have to check into that to see exactly how and what happened with the grappling system. I am not really familiar with them. Their new technology coming into play with law enforcement trying to do their best to stop these pursuits in the least damaging way, to where they can. The grappling is designed to go in and wrap around the wheels. And then as the unit backs off, a strap comes out and it basically tethers the car to the front of the police car. And then the police car just slows down and brings the car to a stop. But in this case, that didn't work, and unknown what happened there would cause that left rear tire to skid a little bit, but definitely took it off in a left-hand arc into that fence. But that'll all be worked out in the investigation after this is completed. But right now, we have SWAT officers who have been called to the scene, and they're going to do their thing. I'll tell you one thing about working with SWAT. They are not fast at anything. Everything they do is at a snail's pace. As long as there's not an active shooter, if there's nothing active going on with victims involved, they're going to take their time and make sure they do it slowly and methodically to be able to get this person out, because there's no rush. The time is on their side. The car's not going anywhere. Suspect's not going to go anywhere. So just a matter of this suspect giving up and getting out of the car to end this thing.
Well, it is quite the visual there. We appreciate what insight you do have on the grappler there, because I remember we did a story when it was first discussed years ago, and people were thinking about how can we have these pursuits end where there is nobody getting hurt. There's so many pursuits that you're like, what can we do? We did a story not too long ago showing them in action, and then now we have this here. Let's just talk about the video here.
Canister, guys.
They first use some of their other tools earlier to try to break that window to then insert that
on that tool there
into the vehicle. So
it has a little spring where they pull it and the pin gets released from the canister.
In danger.
You can see it right now. Watch.
Right. They'll use all kinds. The most inventive people at the police department are the SWAT officers, because there's officers that are in the SWAT teams that come up with all kinds of things, and they're all across the country coming up with a new idea on how to deliver. I mean,
this is a replay
day,
from earlier.
You would use a pike pole from the fire department.
Yeah, this is a replay from earlier.
A canister on it. Looks like
this is the replay from earlier.
Yeah, that's video from earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, video from earlier. That was the first movement, Tim, that we saw at all. First at all.
But look right now where get attention where that tool they have.
Obviously, that drone operator has seen this person moving around. So anyway, they back in my day, you'd just duct tape a canister on the edge of a end of a pipe pole and jam it through the window. Now they've come up with these fancy extending poles with all the controls on it to where they can put it in the car where they need to put it in. And then other things that they come up with to be able to protect the SWAT officer from having to expose himself getting up to this car. So, every day is an evolution of technology, and somebody will try something new that works. Sometimes you'll try something that doesn't work. And I said the most inventive person is that SWAT sergeant or SWAT officer that's his main job, is to figure out how they can make it easier.
Situations like this, Danny,
come up with some
it's too dangerous for medics to be near.
I always have a lot
anywhere
of admiration
very
for
close
the
to the
SWAT
scene.
teams and
I guarantee you that there's medics on standby 2-3 blocks away, just waiting for deputies to give the order that has been cleared for medics to come in.
And what that does is protects the suspect and also protects the people around them. To where you don't have a lot of policemen with a lot of guns downrange, and then one round goes off, then you have a bunch of sympathetic fire go off and bullets going everywhere. Those days are pretty much over. And when the SWAT team shows up, they take over the scene. Uniformed officers pull back to the outer perimeter, and they let the officers do their thing now. So as you see, the tape here is they're pushing glass out of the way, now pushing that in, and then he just pulls a ring on the end of that hook, into that extension pole, which now puts it into the car. And as you said, Christine, it kind of looked like it was getting out, but once this shot pulls out a little bit, see the windshield fill up? So that's telling me the whole car is filling up with that smoke or that powder, and a good saturation is being affected here. So, this pretty tough guy in there put up with that much gas and that much irritant.
I wouldn't call him a tough guy. I'll call him a pretty drugged up guy.
Afterwards, so I would
he
not.
probably thinks he's getting another hit of his meth off his pipe.
One or two canisters are going to go in, trying to convince this person to get out of the car, because there's some reason they don't want to approach that car and bust the window out and open the door and pull him out, because
Type 1, if you guys think
armed,
he thought it was more meth that he was smoking, he was just inhaling all this.
Tim, let me let me welcome our viewers at 5:30 here on Fox 11 News here in Los Angeles as we are watching still the end of a pursuit in Jurupa Valley, Riverside County. You're looking at that big screen, which is video from earlier when they were able to bust open that back window, use that pole there to put in some tear gas, and still no movement from that driver. Now, I say no movement in that the driver has not come out of the vehicle. You see the deputy there with his own gas mask on for his protection there. We did see some movement shortly before that where the driver was grabbing something in that back area. Now, this pursuit started at 3:20 p.m. We've been covering it here on Fox 11 for over 2 hours now, and it was quite the wild ending with the use of that grappler and the car spinning off into a wall where there was a person in the yard and a dog. They went running, but the driver has not exited that vehicle. So, Tim Lynn, as we bring you back in, we remind our viewers that they are watching the live shot on the top screen, which is now the full screen. That is our ground crew, our photographer, Joab Perez, right there on the ground, bringing us that live shot right there. We are hearing that they put the pole back into the car. I don't know if they're indicating to the driver, hey, another round is coming, because you mentioned, Tim, that they'll do more than one round of the tear gas. But
we have the deputy right there staring at
about
him.
A suspect who's apparently not showing any sign of exiting the vehicle after round number 1 of tear gas. What is that? Any insight?
It's not your normal everyday 8 to 5 person who goes to work, comes home, eats dinner, then heads off to work the next day. It's somebody who is really determined to hold in there because, like I explained earlier, having gone through tear gas training, it is not a fun experience to be exposed to that. And for this person to be able to sit in there and get the first dose
just so high,
and
he'll know the difference
load up the
between
car.
his
And as I
joint hit
explained, it doesn't
or
go
his,
away just because the smoke disappears. There's
meth
still
pipe
powder
hit.
in there.
He
So he's
thinks it's all
continually being
the same.
dosed.
My
Every time he moves
opinion,
around,
guys.
if he or she moves around inside that
You
car,
have to be either
is getting
super
dosed.
drunk,
And for
super
somebody to be
high
able to hold in on that,
to be able to take
kind
this
of tells
much
you that, you know, they're
tear gas.
pretty tough person, or have
I've
either
taken
they
tear gas
have some
before.
type of
It sucks.
narcotic or
Your
a
face
drug
starts
on board
burning. And I've
that's
taken tear
deadening
gas
or
in open
senseless.
air. This
But
guy's
there are
inside this
people
vehicle.
in
The
this world
windows
who
are
are
up. The
not
only way the
susceptible
air
to
is
tear
coming
gas
out
or
it's
OC
mostly
spray
from
or
the
pepper
back
spray.
broken
It's just
bust
something
out
about
windshield now.
their
So
eyes,
for him to be able to sit
their nose,
there and take
they're not
all
affected.
this
So,
tear gas
you know,
like
this could be the
nuts,
one out of a
he has to
million
be high on
persons that,
something
you know,
else.
is not
No
affected by
other
tear gas.
explanation. No
And, you know,
other
we've used
explanation.
gone into
Or paralyzed?
tasers.
Nah.
I mean, there's folks out there who can get hit by a
Trust me,
taser and not
tear
react
gas
to it.
is pretty horrible.
And so
Your face starts burning. You
every
can't
piece
breathe,
of equipment that a
even
police
though
officer has,
you might have a broken
somebody
leg.
somewhere
Well,
is going to defeat
he's in the
it
back
or
seat, so
not be
he was
affected
able
by
to
it.
move from the
And so
driver
you
to
always
the
have
back
to keep
seat.
that
So
in
maybe
mind when you're deploying
paralyzed,
a less
like you
lethal
say, broken
option
leg.
here. But what they've done
That
now
much
is they
tear,
put that
that much
gas
tear
in,
gas,
they'll wait,
and
they'll
he'll be
negotiate,
reaching.
they'll
If you're
try to get this
in
person
your
to crawl
full
out of the car.
senses,
Obviously, the person
be
is moving
reaching
around in
for
the
door
interior
handles
of the
just
car
to be able to
because
get
we
out.
saw that movement in the back window on the deck. So that drone on the windshield is probably watching this person move around in there. So that intelligence is coming back to these officers on scene. So they're working with everything. They're gathering at the scene. I'm sure back at the stations, they're trying to gather information.
This is the first time with us, guys. Do me a
car.
favor, hit that
And
like,
as I spoke
follow,
about the pursuit the other night that was
subscribe,
ended up out
depending
in
on what
Barstow,
platform you're
it
watching
was just
from.
to
This
tell you to
costs
yield
you
there
dime
too,
to
but
do
you
so,
don't
but
know
just
what's in the car.
help
You don't know why they're
algorithms
failing
and
to
help
yield.
grow the
You
channel.
don't know why they're not pulling over and stopping. What have they done? You know, are they the one the other night was reported attempt murder suspect, but you're not really sure what's in the car or what the motive is of that person, why they're not stopping.
Yes, that's the house that
and,
crashed
you know,
into.
this car was
We're
going at a
not
pretty good rate
into
of
the house.
speed, but not in
They
a
look like he
crazy
hit the
way,
house? I don't
but
know.
just trying to
This
get
dude.
away. And
He went
what
right
caused
through
the
the
crash,
brick
you
wall.
know, it was the attempted use of that grappler, causing that left rear wheel look like to lock up a little bit. But right now, everything is slowed down and just moving through and trying to get this person to give up safely.
Tim?
And it's all,
Oh, this is
all
footage
up to
from
them.
earlier,
Yeah.
guys. I guess he was
wanna
involved in the
bring you up to
standoff
speed here
earlier.
on this video from earlier around 3:30 this afternoon. This is more when we picked up this pursuit in Jurupa Valley. Look at all of those deputies there out of their vehicles for a standoff at a stop sign. This is where the driver initially stopped. Could have exited the vehicle right there, could have brought this to an end. We were all waiting, watching as the deputies were all out of their vehicles to see what happened. And, you know, the driver just eventually would take off. We'll keep a watch on this video right now to see how this played out this afternoon. So Tim, as you're looking at all the deputies, a lot of them, they're ready for this driver to exit the vehicle. Again, we're saying failure to yield, but that's a lot of law enforcement right there.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to know the want, what initiated
officers, and
all this.
Especially what I see right there. There must have been more to this than a failure to yield. This is a very large response by these officers. You have the long guns out, as well as another armored officers back behind the area. And he stopped at this point, and now was trying to make the person's going through this thing in his mind, trying to figure out, do I give up? Do I not give up? Delaying the inevitable, and now slowly moving away. And now it's just slowly moving away, trying not to draw fire from anybody, or just, see what I can do. And, before, just jamming the gas on and going. But right now, it looks more like a delaying technique that we watch people do over and over again, where they stop multiple times during pursuit, taunt the officers, do whatever, and then take off. Well, this one here took off from that stop, and what happened prior to that, we don't know. We don't know how long it went.
Let's watch the grappler move in there. Yeah, Tim, let's watch the grappler move in.
Again,
as we talked about, new
rude.
technology.
Let the officer or let
the
police expert talk.
Doesn't grab onto the car like it's supposed to. They're going to make another attempt, and it should just slowly bring that car to an end, but as you mentioned, spins off into that home right there with that crash. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, that netting that's on the front of that police unit, it's straps that are built up into a net, and they're supposed to grab or get onto the rear wheel, one side or the other, get on the rear wheel, wrap around that rear wheel, and lock it up. And at the same time, as the unit backs away, it's supposed to send out to the police unit as it pulls away, so where the police unit can slow down and basically pull on the leash and slow the car down so it doesn't do something like this. But here's an indication how quickly that SWAT unit got there. That gives me the idea that this thing has gone on way before media showed up, and was already in progress to get those folks activated and on scene that quickly. So they were already dispatched en route and probably on scene at the initial stop.
Yeah, this guy's wanted for something major, guys.
Because they were there very quickly. Because it's not like the movies where they drive around in that truck trying to wait for something.
It wouldn't shock me if he's wanted for homicide or something. To have this much of a response, that much of a response on the first footage where he first stopped at an intersection when he came to a complete stop.
All right, Tim Lynn, our police specialist, stand by. We're going to step away to bring people some other news today and come back to this if there are more developments. We thank you for your expertise. Another big story today here we want to bring you. The so-called ketamine queen.
They killed the stream for us, guys.
Back to Tim there. The so-called ketamine queen is sentenced to 15 years in prison for selling actor Matthew Perry the drugs.
Do we have any other view here?
Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez has the story.
No.
I'm bitterly disappointed.
Defense attorneys react to the 15-year sentence handed out to Jasvin Sangha for supplying the ketamine linked to the death of actor Matthew Perry in October of 2023. No comment from the prosecution. Speaking for Perry's family, his stepdad, national correspondent Keith Morrison.
The law is the law, and this is a very fair judge, and she considered the case.
They're moving in.
Carefully. Delivered a
highly
sentence.
U.S. District Judge Sherilyn Peace Garnett granting the prosecution's request for 15 years, taking into consideration that Sangha, dubbed by prosecutors as a ketamine queen, had admitted to selling drugs out of her North Hollywood apartment for years before Perry died, including the ketamine that caused the death of aspiring personal trainer Cody McLaury. He died of an overdose in 2019. Sangha, seen here on her Instagram account, was never charged with McLaury's death. But today in court, the ketamine queen broke into tears as McLaury's own sister, Kimberly, told her that if she had stopped dealing after her brother's death, Perry might be alive today. Sanga herself addressed the court and looked at the judge, never at Perry's family, while saying she was sorry.
We have a hard struggle. We wake up every day and make a business of feeding the addictions and clothing we are desperate for.
The last two people to be sentenced include the go-between, the distributor.
Anybody got the? If anybody has
with
the name of the other ground,
Perry's
I know.
and that assistant himself, the one who
Somebody else
administered
has
the
to
lethal
review this
dose,
right now.
he's also set to be sentenced. He faces 15 years as well. I'm Christina Gonzalez in downtown Los Angeles.
Trying to see
Fox
what's the
11
other view.
News.
We take you back now to River Valley, to that standoff. There has been some movement. Hard to see with that shot here, but we do have our photographer, Joab Perez, who's on the camera giving us his visual.
We have it.
Joab, I'm going to just have a conversation with you and ask what you're seeing there when we have him. Okay, they're moving in. They're moving in right there. Deputies there with their shields. Apparently, they're going to bring this standoff to an end if they can.
Kill this one right here.
Behind there to see if that suspect
is
still alive. Is he conscious?
They have
Is he
opened the
breathing?
window, the door,
the rear
not the
and
window.
not the front. They have good reason to believe he's back there, possibly hiding on the floorboard. It looks like he's about to get dragged out. We will see in what kind of condition he's in. Obviously, you can see a lot of blood. We're going to widen out just a little bit. Again, this was a person who was believed to be armed and dangerous. It's been a wild afternoon. He's already endured a major car crash, and we have seen tear gas basically fill up the entire car, so he's been inhaling a lot of chemicals, and it is very hot in there. So the exact condition of the suspect, we're going to find out here shortly, but you can see already quite a bit of blood as they start to pull that suspect out of the rear of the vehicle, guys.
Yeah, we pulled our camera back just in case we don't want anybody to see something they shouldn't see, but you can see that this thing is winding to a close pretty quickly. Right now, there's some sort of an assessment on what to do. I think, Chris, more than likely, they have made physical contact with the suspect, and now they're moving him out.
That's what we can presume from everything we're seeing here. It does look
Come on,
like
give us a little
have,
zoom, guys. Give us a little zoom.
They've pulled him out. He is out. A little difficult to see, but he is now out of the vehicle. The threat has been neutralized.
Bomb Patrol, we got your
condition
entry.
of the
Thanks so much.
suspect, though, we just don't know. Hopefully, we'll find out here in the next couple of minutes. But it does look like finally this neighborhood could rest a little bit easier after just a wild sequence of events here in the Harupa Valley, guys.
All right, Chris, thank you for keeping an eye on it for us all afternoon. We are going to take a short break and keep an eye on this. We'll be right back.
Oh my God.
ABC 7
he's out.
News is sponsored locally by.
All right, let's see what else can we. So good thing we got the view there, but let me see what else view can we get. Oh, here. They're back at it. Fox News back at it, guys. Fox News.
Right.
So perhaps it's just a matter now of getting this suspect out.
Joe, we have a perspective that's showing that the suspect is out and on the ground. That explains the posturing there of the deputies, which, as you mentioned, indeed is.
So they have the ground crew on this one, guys.
Calm situation under control, not concerned for their own safety. Not sure if they had to pull that person from the back seat. They did.
Well, they missed it.
Okay, so you wonder about the mobility. Was that person able to actually get out of that passenger door, which appears to be locked? They tried to pull it open. Now they're breaking the window to get in there. Not quite sure what information they're trying to find or get, see if there's a weapon or get a driver's license or ID or something on the vehicle themselves. But obviously they want inside that vehicle. Maybe the airbag is blown there, so they couldn't really get to the door, or that person what was in the car couldn't get to the door in some fashion. But Job, go ahead. From your perspective, what you can see, how would you describe it?
Yeah, you could definitely, now knowing that the suspect is out, they definitely seem to have a different posture about it. And this is probably just more of them getting to the vehicle to take a more look at what's inside, But as for now, things seem to be much more into a different phase of this process now. Just going about getting inside the vehicle, looking at what's inside, collecting evidence, whatnot.
And we were wondering here at the studio, in that wider shot, can you see emergency personnel? Is there an ambulance nearby? Is there a medic nearby? Often you have them stage at a location that puts them at a distance because they can't go into an active crime scene for their own safety. There's your wider shot there. Thank you, Job, for that picture where you see a lot of law enforcement. What, are you seeing any kind of medic or ambulance?
Why are you on the wide shot right now? There's
Question.
still an active
Usually
scene.
there's somebody on
Still an
standby.
active
You
scene.
can see some distance, but I do
Get
now
back
hear.
to.
I do now hear something moving through. It sounds like a paramedic coming in. I could hear the siren, so we'll
So
probably have somebody moving
here
in
comes
pretty soon.
EMTs, guys. Here comes
Perhaps to
EMTs.
give some
My
treatment
guess
to
will be
this
the fire
victim
department
here.
first.
Right. Well, now that the area has been stabilized and deemed safe for somebody else to come in besides law enforcement with a bulletproof vest, we might see that actual happen there with a paramedic coming in or an ambulance. It looks like a very bad crash into that wall. Our police specialist, Tim Lynn, was saying the looks are a little bit deceiving because a wall like that gives way quite easily, and the front end of that car does bash in.
So he's gonna move the
keeps
vehicle all the way, which would be
cab of the
better view
car,
for us. But
with
as
a
soon as he
little bit of
moves the
space and a
vehicle
little
all
bit
the
more
way,
intact. So
we
not
have
sure how
EMTs, which
injured that driver
or
might
the fire
be. I'm
department
thinking,
blocking
Joab, though, and you've been
our
on a lot
view
of
from
crime
there.
scenes. Okay, the car's pulling up. Maybe you'll get a better view here. And maybe that is to make room for medical personnel.
Oh, there he is, guys.
All right,
Ouch,
Joab,
that's a
you've
lot
got
of
a feel
blood.
now
Viewer
for the
description's
picture,
advice,
what's
guys.
going on the ground?
He's facing towards the ground right now.
So
It
we
looks like
have
to be a white Caucasian,
perhaps
Caucasian,
I
white
believe
Caucasian male, white male. From
they're
here,
probably going to
looks.
treat this suspect here, and I believe that's a suspect there on the floor.
Yeah, he's facing towards the
You
ground.
can see
And
the deputies.
I think what we're seeing right now is the
around
back of his white T-shirt, just
perhaps they're going to
half of it's with
now.
blood already.
Well, Joab, it's so interesting because we're talking with our specialist, Tim Lynn, who is talking about the SWAT team being on the scene, and there quite quickly, which makes us wonder how much information they have or had on this driver that they were deployed so quickly to be there. You know, we were watching this since 3:20 p.m. So obviously
Not a
we
red,
had a lot of
not a
notice
red
and a lot of
shirt.
time, but for this,
so they're asking them to pull up forward to block.
at that wall.
So they
to
asked.
have that SWAT team still kind of in
They
command
asked
there, in control of that
fire
situation.
department, just like I thought fire department would be the first on scene, to pull forward just to block the cameras.
Obviously now our view is blocked, but I'm wondering, Joab, could you see any movement at all from the person on the ground? A hand move, a leg move? Were they talking? Could you see that at all?
You know, from that brief look we got, I did not see any movement. This individual seemed to be laid on the ground. They had the deputies were huddled around this
We'll see if he's still
and I couldn't
alive
tell.
or unalive.
Like there was some. I trying to describe what I saw. It probably looked like some cuts or abrasions. It looked like there was some redness there. So that might give us some insight to the current situation with this suspect here.
All right, well, Joab, we're gonna allow you to stay there on the scene. I'm sure law enforcement there will give us some kind of news conference after what we witnessed with this long standoff and the use of their new tool, the grappler, and how that worked or did not work when we hear from law enforcement. I'm sure there's a lot of questions about that. All right, Joab, thanks so much. We're going to leave that scene now. We've got just a few minutes left in this 5 o'clock hour. We do want to bring you a little more, and we're going to go right to sports. Switching gears here. Kyle Kraska, take it away.
Fox 11 Sports Desk is brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys.
Let's see real quick here. That's pretty much it, guys. TikTok. Let's see if anybody's on TikTok. Albany, Harupa Valley, House, Live. Now, if anybody has another channel, guys, that's not a restreamer, I know Ike Mills on. Let's see right here. trying to see if there's anybody else. Let me see here. Fine. Oh well, guys. Don't see live showing. Live now showing ambulance. Fox is covering it. I was just on Fox. It's different Fox. Fox Live 11. Fox is showing this right now. This is what Fox is showing right now. Live now on Fox. Live now Fox. This is still live. All right, so live right here at the bottom. All right, right here. Thank you, guys. So, Fox Life now. Thank you. That's not a good sign, guys. This is. Do they have them on there? Yeah, they do have them on there, huh? Oh no. He's still laying down over there, guys. Not a good sign, guys. Viewer discretion is advised. Yeah. Not looking good for him, guys. Not looking good. Did the tear gas take him out? This is crazy, guys. Wow. Did the tear gas take him out? Is the question now. He appears to be unalive, guys. He appears to be unalive. No, he did not get loaded into the ambulance, guys. Did not get loaded into the ambulance. And you guys could see a view. Viewer discretion is advised, guys. Viewer discretion is advised. Good question. Good question. Wow. It's crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy. All right, I'm going to take it off here. Hopefully they zoom out. I want to be showing a close-up. Yeah, maybe PPM. So that's crazy, guys. Yeah. So that's crazy, guys. He was still moving around though before the tear gas. The tear gas is super bad, guys. Did him inhaling all the tear gas do it to him? He might have been injured, guys, but tear gas is horrible. So him taking in all that tear gas into his lungs, did his lungs failed? So I'll be I'll speculate more and I'll lean towards more of the tear gas took him out. Being injured, he was bleeding already. Uh, I doubt the gas itself killed him. Had internal injuries that yanked him out. Yeah, I think more.
Suspect, they deployed a grappler device to stop the car.
Standoff.
Here's that moment.
Start.
Well, then the driver, we'll see it right here. The driver ends up losing control, crosses over lanes and slams through a wall.
It was just one round of tear gas.
There's that moment. The suspect was pulled out of the car just about 15 minutes ago. It's not clear his condition, though.
Could have bleed out
are
as
there
well.
On the scene.
Yeah.
This is a live look at that scene. We've been over this for a couple of hours now. Now, Riverside County Sheriff's Department is the first California law enforcement agency in California, by the way, to use the grappler. So you see the SWAT vehicles, you see that vehicle as it had crashed into that wall, and that suspect has been since removed from the Cadillac CTS on the ground there. As mentioned, condition unknown. Paramedics are not working on that suspect. However, he is down there.
They must have seen him stop moving after the tear gas.
He is no longer with us. We're working to get that confirmed. Ed Laskos is on the scene, and we'll have much more on this a little bit later tonight.
Yeah.
Another pursuit took a deadly turn this morning. A crash and then shots fired. This one happened
all right, guys.
on the 5 freeway in East LA.
1 second,
Fox 11's Susan Hirasuna joins us now live, where that off-ramp is still closed tonight. Susan.
So, quick before we head off here, guys, I do have a raffle that I started yesterday. This is to raise funds for me to be able to purchase a Starlink backpack. I have the Starlink already. A backpack with the battery packs and everything included. Let me see if I can pull it up right here. One second. It's $5 per entry, guys. You guys can enter as many times as you guys want. But I'm going to show you guys the backpack I'm looking to purchase, so I could be able to take it over into different boots on the ground. So right here, guys, it's $7.99. It's this backpack. It has a battery power pack in there. This is how the Starlink will go on the backpack, and it has everything I need inside battery packs. Like I said, let me see right here. Can I just poke it from here? So right there, I could hook up all my devices there. So in order to raise funds here, Father's Day is coming up in a couple of months, guys. $5 per entry. Winner gets all 6 knives. Make a perfect Father's Day gift or perfect Father's Day gifts to. Yes, I'll be able to wear I wear my backpack with the bulletproof vest. So yeah, I'll take you guys back to it right now. There we go, guys. So that's the end of it. He's most likely unalive. But right here, winner gets all 6 on top of the 6 ones, the 6 knives. You also gonna get an autograph, the first autograph IRT Media shirt. All funds will be going towards. Hopefully, we can raise enough funds to purchase this backpack here. And let's see. Has a little there. So you see how it hooks up. It has everything I need to hook up there. You have all the battery packs down here. Just close it back up, and we're good to go. After that, and I could carry that with me wherever I go. And there's many times where I buffer and so forth, that there will get rid of the buffering, hopefully completely, and we're able to stream. Like this last time I was in LA, there was too many people. I'm gonna take that off from the big screen, guys, because I'm gonna show somebody who's ending life there. It's crazy to me. It's shocking how Fox News is just putting that up there. But there it is, guys. $5 per entry. Our links are up there. You could join. Just make sure you type raffle once there. You can use PayPal, Venmo. Don't use super chats because I don't see super chats until like 7 weeks from now, guys. So that's what there's the funding of this raffle is going to go to, guys. Pretty awesome patriotic knives. You have a do not let me hide this. You have the yellow one, do not thread on me. Let me see if I have it here. So let's see. So you have the 250 years celebration this year, America. Nice one. This one comes with a seatbelt cutter right here. If you ever get stuck in your vehicle, this little part here cuts your seatbelt, and it comes with a glass breaker, guys, right there on the side. Break your glass if you ever get stuck inside your vehicle. You have this one here. It says Freedom, 250 years, 1776 to 2026. You have this yellow one here. Don't thread on me. Pretty cool knife as well. Same deal. Seatbelt cutter, glass breaker. You have a black one right here. Don't thread on me. You have this nice both sides flag one. Pretty big knife there. Pretty cool. Both sides. And then the last one, you have the Batman. Pretty cool, both sides. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. If you're interested, it helps me raise funds to get this here, guys. The Starlink, pretty cool setup. You have the mini Starlink up there, everything I need. Just if we're ever in the middle of nowhere, thank you, Uncle Bill. If I'm ever in the middle of anywhere, guys, and there's no service and I have to walk away from a vehicle, it's no longer going to be an issue. If I get this, I'll just unplug the starting from the vehicle, strap it up, put it on this backpack here, and we'll get hiking and we'll go to the scenes. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Sadly, this one did not turn out with a good ending. Prayers goes out to the family members of this individual who did not make the best decisions today. But thank you all. Here, before I go, let me make sure I get everybody in here. So I know somebody were asking earlier. Dawn Patrol, thank you so much. I got you for 3 entries. Tiffany, got you for 2 entries. Golf and Gun, thank you. And Buffy, got you for 2. Cindy, got you for 1, thank you. And then let's see real quick here. C10 got you for 2. Thank you. Oh, Uncle Bill, thank you. Got you in there. Carol got you for 4. And let's see. Michael got you for 8 entries. Thank you. And Mike B got you for 5 entries, and Heather got you for 2 entries. Thank you so much. But thank you everybody who's hopping out through that. Much appreciated. We'll continue. Hopefully we could raise enough. I'll keep the raffle going until we raise enough funds for it. And it's about, I'll estimate everything, guys, with this t-shirts are going to be about $200 value from what I pay for my pocket. If I could turn those $200 into $800 plus tax, it would be greatly appreciated. But thank you, everybody. The knives, this one's the ones that I forgot to mention this real quick. Oh, here. Probably this is better. All 4. Let me hide this real quick. All the 4 knives that have the metallic, they're all fully metal, guys. They're not lightweight knives. It's not cheap plastic knives. They're fully heavy metal knives. Like I say, they make great gifts. You give them all to one individual. Father's Day is coming up, or you go spread them apart, spread the love. You have 6 gifts for Father's Day, guys. And then you can keep the t-shirt that's autographed for yourself. But thank you. And I just got somebody else here. Helen, thank you so much for your 2 entries. I'll add you to it. But I got to get to work here, guys. I have some stuff to do around the house here. And I'm going to hop off here. If anything else happens tonight, with whether it be another chase, I was going to go out tonight, but not no more, because I used the time that I was going to use to build something I need to build here while I was doing this. But if anything happens, the mods are going to message me, or if you see anything that's happening live, breaking news, feel free to message the Facebook page. I'll hop back on here and I'll bring you guys live coverage of what's happening. Heather, God bless. Have a good night. But thank y'all. Y'all stay safe. Be blessed as always. Peace. We'll see you on the